Tree today. Not that this day is any different than any other, but let's exercise some awareness with our sanitation. Okay, let's make sure that our poultry is being held at a proper temperature, that it's not staying out on our table for too long. You can see I set up a little bit of an ice bath. While that's nice and it's kind of low maintenance, it's not the answer. I want to make sure that my product is, once it's fabricated, I've got it back in the cooler. We have Ziploc bags. You put your product in a Ziploc bag, put your name on it, get it in a safe place. Okay, don't leave it out on your board all the time. Right, so poultry and sanitation, you got to remember, right? Serve safe. Didn't want to have to take it here, but it could be there. All right, what we're going to do, now I know you guys have fabbed out poultry before, and that's great. Try to keep this where everybody can see. And so who did the skills one for you, Chef Rob? So he has his way of fabricating a bird. I have my way. I really don't care how you get to the end result, just as long as you all have the same result. Okay, is that fair enough?
Yeah, Chef.
So what I like to do, what we're going to ultimately utilize, we're going to utilize one airline breast. So again, we're going to take apart an airline breast. That's going to mean it's going to have one joint off of the wing. Okay, we're going to clean that up and French it, make it look really, really nice. The other one, we're going to completely remove the wing. We're not going to use it at all. So any of our scraps that we have today, the frames, little joints like this, we're going to throw them into this pot and we're going to make stock. Because tomorrow we're going to make this large batch of cornbread stuffing for the 30 families that we're going to provide meals for. So as a group, we're going to make some of that product. So again, we're going to do that. We're also going to use both legs. One will be used today, the other tomorrow. Now we'll have an extra thigh. I don't know what we'll use with that, but we'll figure something out. Tomorrow we'll stuff a thigh. So our objective today is to cut out two different fabrications for the breast, one with an airline, one with nothing. We're going to take the drums. One we're going to leave as a quarter. We'll have the thigh and leg left alone. Okay, we'll roast those off tomorrow. Today we're going to take off a leg and we're going to French that, turn it into a nice little drumette. And that's going to be part of our presentation today. So I'm going to be moving rather quickly through this process, and then I'm also going to, as I'm going through some of these, I'm going to go ahead and get product in the oven because some of this stuff I need it to be going right away for the demo on the plate. Okay. I have a very sharp boning knife, and so what I'm doing, you guys are aware of the oyster, right? Nice delicate piece, kind of the piece everyone talks about. Very, very nice tender piece. Just beneath there, you'll feel the thigh knuckles, right? And we're just going to pop those out. You'll hear them or feel them. And what that does, it allows me to turn the bird over, and it's stationary. It's not moving anywhere. Okay. So what I want to do, find that keel bone. You can see we got this strip of fat that runs all the way up, and then we also want to look for the wishbone, right? So the wishbone is my first objective. I'm just going to take my knife, and I can find it. It's held together here. I'm sorry for those of you who are on that side. I'll try to. It's held together there. You'll see the connective tissue is kind of a reddish purple. Okay, so what I do is I take my knife, I get it on the inside of that bone, which would actually be toward the breast, and I just score, just gently follow that all the way to the top, to the keel. It's a piece of product. I'm going to run my knife. Kind of right along here, just kind of expose that bone. If I get to it, here we go. You guys see that right there? Take it all over here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side so I can see it. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the wishbone. So I just go up here and I kind of pinch this. You know how the wishbone has that like little flag piece that comes off the top of the wishbone? I got my hands on that. That's still connected to the keel. So I'm going to just take that and separate it with my hands. Pop it. And then just pull the wishbone right out of the meat. Okay? So I'm going to put that in my little disposal soon to be stock. Alright, next. Again, just kind of get the feel for the keel. Just score right along here. Find the side I want to do first. And this is the part where we don't really do a whole lot of cutting. We just let the knife kind of glide along the cage, the rib cage, kind frame of the bird. I'm only using this part of my knife right here. I'm just taking my sweet time, kind of working my fingers in between the meat and the bones, and just gliding along. I do want to mention that one of these will skin, and one will be skin on, okay?
Yes, chef.
So again, I'm just kind of letting my knife slide along these rib bones, and at some point it'll separate. So I'm going to just take my knife and separate that skin. Stop really speeding, get out of my way. Separate that, and then here, you can do a couple things. You can grab the whole thing, kind of come up underneath, kind of know where the joint is there. Get my knife right in the bone. There we go. So I'm going to put this over here. Now, I want you to notice again, I want you to show me that you can actually keep the skin on. This is a basic culinary, certified culinary technique. Okay, skin's completely intact. Everybody good? Show me that before you start hacking the thing up. Take the time to say, hey chef, I'm check. All right, you can do the other side. Now at this point, some chefs would have not taken that breast off. They would have left it on. Every chef kind of has their own way of doing it. So now same process here. Taking it right down the rib, on the rib cage. Expose the skin. Now, if you're going for a certification, a great technique, or at least a skill, would be to take a knife, or a spoon, pardon me, and scrape all this extra meat. There's plenty of extra meat here. It just shows that you know how to utilize the product. We're obviously going to throw this into the stock, but if you were an executive chef, I mean, you can make a chicken mousse. You can buy this and create a filler. You can use it with ground meat, right, and make a dish out of it if you're fabbing out a bunch of these. So keep that in mind when you're doing that. You don't have to do that today, but you get the idea. Next, we're going to remove the thigh and the leg. So what I do, I just kind of score straight toward this oyster, this little protrusion here, and I just kind of work my way around. I can feel it. This piece of meat just sits in a little pocket. So I just want to maximize that yield on that piece of meat to get underneath it. So again, here we've already separated the knuckles, and you guys need to understand that the chicken kind of tells you where to fab it out. See this strip right here, the meat, kind of tells you where you're going. Kind of makes it a little bit easy for you when all else fails. Okay, get through that. Again, I want you to show me that you can take it off, skin on. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. This is a little different. We're coming at it at a little bit different angle. Same concept. We want to get that oyster. I'm just going to feel my way through it. Nice and clean. There's a little bit of meat on this, but you know, it is what it is. Take out the oyster. And so, Mr. Manuel, we'll have to make sure that gets fired up pretty early. Okay. All right. So we're going to leave one of these completely alone. We'll take it apart tomorrow. I'll show you the demo on that. Okay. The other one, however, we're going to